Hi everyone, Diana Alt here for another episode of Tip Tuesday. Today we're handling a big one, and that is the question of, is my employer allowed to have a policy that forbids us from talking about salaries with each other? This advice for today is only applicable in the US, so if you're from another country, you may just want to tune some of this out. And also, I'm not a lawyer, but I did do a fair amount of research on this. The short version is it is illegal for a company to have a blanket policy that says employees are not allowed to discuss salary with each other. The reason for this is there's a law called the National Labor Relations Act, and it provides employees with the right to organize, as in most people think organize a union. But even in companies where there's not a union and where people aren't even necessarily trying to make a union, it is illegal for a company to say you can't talk salaries, because the right to organize and understand information so that potentially you can advocate for better working conditions is protected. There are a lot of exceptions to this law. I'm not going to try to go into all of them, but here's a couple of key ones. Number one, this does not apply to most federal government positions, which hopefully on the course of salaries shouldn't be a big deal, because there are some fairly strict and well-documented salary schedules for the federal government. The second thing is that it does not apply to people that are classified as supervisory. So in general, if you're a manager, you're out of luck. But if you're an individual contributor, you are protected by this law. Another thing to note is that just because the law protects you from repercussions if you talk about salary doesn't mean that there can't be limits from your company. So for example, your company can ask that you not talk about pay in front of customers. And then it also can require that any conversations you have with your colleagues take place off of the clock. So that is it for Tip Tuesday. Hopefully this sheds a little bit of light on those you can't talk about salary at work policy questions. I'll see you next time.